Welcome back everybody to another Fast Flips for Charity, where we're still doing our Series 1 Lotus Elise. Now we've done a lot of work on it so far, and where we left off last time, I had just cleaned up all the suspension and fitted new brakes. All I had left to do was bleed it, and then that was jobs a good un, but unfortunately that's where we hit a problem. So with the pressure bleeder on, it should just pump that nice clean brake fluid through all the brake system and out the nipple, but I was getting nothing. Even with the pressure bleeder on and a suction pump trying to suck it through, still we were getting nothing. So that means we've got a problem with our brake master cylinder on the Elise. Now I did suck all the fluid out, the old fluid, before I filled it up with new stuff, but on stripping it I found this little pipe here that connects to the side of the reservoir. That feeds the clutch master with fluid, brake fluid, because it's hydraulic as well. And if you look in the end here, you can see this clutch hose is made of two parts. You've got the outer harder case and then the inner bit of rubber. And feeling it, it feels solid. You get to the middle and it feels like there's nothing inside it. Sticking a screwdriver through it, this is what come out. It's almost like tar, isn't it? But it's molten rubber. From where that fluid's been sat in there for so long, it's just degraded it, turned it into slush, and I think that's what's gone through our brake master cylinder. So let's whip it apart. Let's have a look what's inside, shall we? These are easy to come apart. You just pull off this rubber cover like that, and then we've got some nice pink grease. Clean that off. Now the last time I did one of these, I pulled this clip out and it ended up shooting across the room, so let's try not to do that. I'll get under it. Whoop. We'll find that in a minute. Right, plunger number 1. Yeah, there's a few bits on that. And then we got plunger number 2. Let's get that out. Yeah, I can see in all the little ports and under the rubber, it's got all that molten gunk in there. They're 65 quid plus the VAT. I think instead of mucking around cleaning this all out, it's the brakes in it at the end of the day. Let's just buy a new one. While we're waiting for that, let's get on fixing this exhaust. Yeah, it's a shame that is. So this is where I do a joke about being exhausted. I showed you the fault we got with the exhaust in the last video. These mounts here, the hole that goes through them, it's like worn oval and it's all cracked and horrible. So I've bought these exhaust mounts made especially for the Elise. They are proper solid, can't even bend those. And yeah, they're gonna take the heat well and hopefully stop our banging noise. Right, the second problem we got on the exhaust is this under here. The exhaust flexi is totally broke there. It's just come away. That outer concertina piece stops the exhaust downpipe pulling apart too much, and you can see it's had a problem because over here on the under tray, it's been rattling at some point, and what they've done to fix it is put some double-sided sponge tape in there to stop it rattling on that tray, which obviously, yeah, that's an awesome fix, putting sponge, double-sided sponge on a hot exhaust. Right, this downpipe, so there's only 4 nuts. I'm going to give them a good old spray, and then by doing that, these 4 nuts are going to come off nice and easy. And then there's just 3 bolts at the back that bolt to the cat. And then that comes off. Yeah, that's proper knackered. Right, there's only 2 more exhaust mounts, and then I think we'll drop the rest of the system off, get it over on the bench and give it a good clean, because that back box with all that soot all over it just looks a bit naff, doesn't it? Right, time to fit our new exhaust. There it is, 56 quid. Which I didn't think was that bad. I love it how exhaust manufacturers stick the part numbers on the exhaust just so it smells extra nice when you first start it up. And we've got our new gaskets, which were 25 quid. How they work out the prices, I don't know. So yeah, fitting it, it's just going to be reverse order. We're going to pop this downpipe on with the new gaskets and then fit all those lovely new rubbers along with the rear section. And that's it, all finished. The easiest job I think I've done on this Elise so far, and the cheapest, to be fair. It doesn't move now. I mean, that is proper solid, and yeah, our flexi is all good. Right, got to wait for this brake master cylinder. It's next day delivery, so it will come tomorrow. We'll fit that, and then we can get it off the ramp, start doing a bit of body work. Sound. Okay, it's now 2 days later, unfortunately. I fitted the brake master cylinder. That came and went on perfectly. And now when I open the bleed nipples, the fluid just comes through nice and easy, which is ideal. And the brake pedal is absolutely solid, which is what we want. Then I thought I'd check the handbrake, make sure that works fine. Pulled it on, it kind of went clunk, put it off again, but the driver's side rear was totally stuck on. So got the handbrake cable off, and I found the passenger side, when you pull it and push it, that's fine, but you get to the driver's side, absolutely solid. What a nightmare. So I had to next day one, and it's now fitted and everything's working well at last, but £117 just for the cable. This car's owing me too much money. Right, let's get the wheels back on, let's get it down, let's work up how much this actually owes me and how much this paint job's going to cost. Let's go. Right, let's take a minute to go through all the receipts and see if I've spent too much money on our Series 1 Lotus Elise. Right, deep breath, are we ready for it? So the head gasket was gone, that definitely needed doing. £226.20 for the head skim and parts. Then we got the service stuff, plugs, oil and filter, cam belt, water pump, £348.52. Then the suspension, those old shocks were proper rusty, they would have just burst driving on the roads. With the bolts that hold them in, £715.97. The rear toe links, they were mega bent, they were 200 quid. Then we get to the brakes. Discs and pads were all seized, the master cylinder we had to change, and that handbrake cable, £608.91. Then the exhaust, the cheapest fix, the downpipe, the mounts and the gaskets, £103.74. Then we got other bits, paint. I bought all new bolts to fit the clams back on and the under trays, £139.03. So total £2,372.37. Now I bought this Elise for £8,000. That was real cheap. John did me a good deal on that. So we're close to 10,500 already. The only thing is, we got more to spend. The tyres, they're date stamped 2005, so they're 20 years old, they need changing. And we got the roof problem, which the cheapest roof I found, 1,200 quid, brand new. So we're gonna be up into the £12,000 mark, and then we gotta sort the bodywork. The cheapest paint job I found, because I would do it here, but it's gotta be good, 5 grand. Now I can buy the paint and materials for about 1,200 quid, but that then is going to boost us well into our 15 grand. So we got to think of a cheap way we can still make money on this car. I want to make at least 1,000 quid for the charity. So I think wrapping it is the way to go. So this is my idea. We're going to get all the body panels and we're going to strip them all down, removing all those rusty screws so we can build it back up nice. I'm going to flat down all the stone chips and the scratches. So worst case, if nobody buys it wrapped, it's ready for the high build primer. Now the wrap I've bought is a really close match to the original colour of the Elise, and the whole car is only going to cost me 450 quid to wrap, which is cheap as chips. Now wrapping is a work of art. It's so hard to do. Flat panels are easy, but when you get round curves, it just gets messy. Now this top piece that goes across the rear roll cage, I can do myself nice and easily. You just give it a good old tug, stretch it, heat it, bend it round the sides, and once it's trimmed up, yeah, it looks like brand new. Going from the old one that was dull, scratched and stone chipped to this new one, and it's a pretty good colour match. Then I'm going to have a go at the seals myself, so I've already flattened it and cleaned it all off, all the grease is gone. So we're going to offer this wrap up, put it front to back, and then slowly start going at it. I'm just going to do the middle, get it nice and flat, and then work up and down from there and push it into this curvy shape of the seal. And once it's trimmed up, it's ideal. Now going around the back end, I've got no chance of doing this myself. So I've got my mate Christian in, he's a professional wrapper. He's gonna do it for me. So he starts out by putting bits in where the rear lights are, and then he's gonna do this in a couple of parts. Because of all the shapes, he's not gonna be able to stretch one piece all over this back end. So he gets the one side done, it's looking mint. I'm gonna go and grab a cup of tea and leave him to do the rest of the car. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna have a go at the seats. Now, unfortunately, I think when John had it in storage, a can of wood varnish has spilt on it. It's proper stuck to the white leather, and I don't want to use any chemicals that are just going to ruin this. So it's a lot of elbow grease and a lot of scrubbing to get it looking good. You can see I've already done the passenger seat. So compared with this driver's one that I'm doing now to that passenger seat, yeah, it's going to look loads better. So I'm going to crack on with this while he's wrapping the car. And for the tyres, I'm getting rid of these old Pirellis. And I've bought these Toyo Proxy TR1s. They're a good all year, all weather tyre, good in the wet, good in the dry. It's going to make our release awesome. So once I've taken my time cleaning up those seats, cleaning these wheels and fitting our lovely new tyres, Christian's already finished the back end and he's moved round to the front. Now the front is just as bad. There's so many different curves and shapes to this, but he's doing a great job wrapping it. It's starting to look awesome. So while he's round the front, I'm going to be at the back fitting the lights, and also I've cleaned up and painted the little grills that are either side the exhaust, and we're starting to look like a car again. Then I'll move round to the arches, fit the inner arch liners and get our rear wheels on. Now if you remember, this little back window had a lot of play in it. I've managed to find a new seal, so that's stuck on, and once it's fitted with that top roll cover on, there's no play in it at all. Now after Christian's finished the front, he's going to move on to the bonnet and boot. I can get on with fitting these headlights back in and the indicators and that front grille. I've cleaned up the front arch liners nice, and once those are in, the front wheels can go on too. So the only extra things I've had to buy for our Lotus Elise is this door waist seal here that goes across the top of the door, rubs up against the window as it goes up and down. The old one, you can see there, look at the state of that in there, proper rusty. Just seems everything that was steel on this Lotus was rusted, but needed doing, and they were quite expensive. Other things I've bought for it is a new set of carpets and a wiper blade. Oh, and a new set of number plates because they were knackered as well. So once all these bits are on, our Lotus Elise is all finished. Well, nearly anyway. I've still got to MOT it, and I've sent the roof off to be repaired because that's cheaper than getting, you know, a new roof. But just look at it now compared to a few weeks ago when I got it in, absolutely filthy, covered in muck, to what it is now. You just can't moan at this 450 quid to wrap a car these days. And 3M, the wrap we've used, you get an 8-year warranty with it on, you know, colour fading and all that lot. It's brilliant stuff. And because I did wrap it, the cost now, this whole car owes me £11,519.27. That ain't bad. So if I put it up for 12.5, I'm still 2 and a bit grand cheaper than any other Elise on eBay at the moment. And I think it'll sell. Right, I'll wait for this roof to come back and to get it MOT'd. And the next video is going to be a while away on this one because we got to sell it. If not, the next video will be ripping all the wrap off and painting it. So that's it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I know I've enjoyed working on this thing. It's been mint. See you again.